Hello guys, and welcome to another profile tree video. So in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the common SEO mistakes hurting your rankings and how to avoid them. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. So the first mistake is not optimizing for mobile. So with mobile traffic making up over half of all internet traffic, it's crucial to ensure your website is mobile friendly. Now, why exactly does this matter? Now, if your website isn't optimized for mobile, Google will rank it lower because of its mobile first indexing. So a poor mobile experience means high bounce rates and lower engagement, and that directly impacts your rankings. There are ways to fix this. Now you can test your website. There did used to be a platform called Google's Mobile Friendly Test, but it has now been integrated for Lighthouse. So if you just right click, now you'll not see it on my screen, but you'll be able to select inspect. This should come up. Now on the very top there, you should be able to see Lighthouse. So give that a click. And at the minute, you could see here that we're on navigation. This is the default mode. And we can select this for a mobile device. What we could check here is performance, accessibility, best practices, as well as SEO. So as soon as I select Analyze Page Load, you can see here that the Inspect tool has worked for Lighthouse. It's given us an idea of our performance, our accessibility, best practices, as well as our SEO. It gives us an idea of our tree map as well for our load times. So this is currently what we're seeing from our diagnostic. It does actually give us an idea of how we can fix certain areas. There are other ways as well as Lighthouse. You can ensure your website has responsive design, so it's automatically adjusting to different screen sizes. Make sure that you simplify navigation on mobile devices as well, just to ensure that it's easy for users to browse your site. So just a little bit of a tip, make sure that your site's load time or load speed on mobile is really good. And you can use tools like Google PageSpeed Insights to improve mobile load times. Now, one thing a lot of people do is they ignore on-page SEO. So ignoring on-page SEO is something that you need to make sure that you're not doing. So while technical SEO and off-page efforts like backlinks are important, on-page SEO is what helps search engines understand your content. So how this matters is without optimization, title tags, meta descriptions, and headers, search engines may not fully be able to understand what your page is about. So just with this one, of course, it says luxury, leisure, affluence. That'll be a H1. And another thing as well. So if I just search up for profile tree here. So this is what we call the meta title. And just below it is the meta description. Now, both of these are very important as well because it's explaining what the actual page is all about. Now, you can fix this through the back end of the website. So make sure that you're optimizing your title tags, meta descriptions with relevant keywords. Make sure they accurately reflect the content of your page as well. There's several ways to doing this. There's number one, which is, of course, accessing it through the backend. There are different ways for different platforms. Of course, with WordPress, I'll have to log in through WP Login in order to gain access to the backend of this website. For other ones out there as well, there's Squarespace and Wix. They'll work slightly different. There's going to be an SEO settings for both of these platforms. It'll work the same way as GoDaddy as well, or any of those other website builders. Now, some of these will say that the metadata itself is optional. I would 100% encourage you to make sure that you fill out the title and the description itself. Another thing is that you should use proper header tags, so H1, H2, H3, and that's to structure your content and make it easier for both users and search engines to navigate. Make sure as well that you ensure that your content is keyword optimized. So without keyword stuffing, include the target keyword in natural places like the title, intro, and throughout the body of the So there are several different tools that you can use out there. Yoast SEO, RankMath, and that'll guide you through on-page optimization for your blog post or even your landing pages as well. Now, another thing that I want to cover is quality content. So I've actually opened up the blog section here. So I'm going to show you quality content that we have on here. So this is one of the biggest mistakes you can have, is not having quality content or high quality content. Now, it's not enough to just throw keywords into a page and hope for the best. If your content isn't valuable to your audience, it's not going to perform well. Now, why does this matter? Google rewards websites that provide full, useful, informative, and high quality content. If your content doesn't satisfy user intent, it will not rank as well. So no matter how many backlinks you have, it's still going to be a bit of a fail for the content you have. So we have here, of course, an example of a blog. Now, of course, we've provided the title, we've provided information, we've also backed up that information with some outbound links as well as internal links. Now, how can you fix this? Focus on the user intent. So ask yourself, what are users looking for when they search this keyword? Are they looking for information? Are they looking for a product or even a service? Make sure that you write comprehensive, detailed content. So make sure that you cover topics in depth. Longer, well-researched content tends to perform better. Now, just like with this blog here, include images, videos, and infographics to make your content more engaging. That's another thing that people don't really like to see, is too many words, but not enough of a break for these paragraphs. So you can see here in between each of our headers as well as our paragraphs, we have a bit of a break where it showcases a graph or even an image of what exactly is being explained in detail. Another thing that you can do as well is update old content regularly just to keep it fresh and relevant. So Google loves fresh content and it can help boost rankings. Make sure that you avoid duplicated or thin content as well. That's something that Google or any other search engine out there doesn't like to see, especially if your keywords or your wording of the actual blog itself is under 200 words. That's something that is not going to work well for SEO. Now, another mistake that people do is neglecting their technical SEO. So this includes all the behind the scenes elements that help search engines crawl, index, and rank your site. So again, you could do this with Google Search Console, and I'll showcase that now. So this matters, of course, because you need to see if there's any slow load times, broken links, or even duplicated content. Search engines will have a hard time crawling and ranking it, even if your content is great. Technical issues can negatively impact your SEO. So with this one here, we've got Conley Cove. Now, we're using Google Search Console to monitor crawl errors and fix them quickly. So you can see here, if we scroll down, we'll be able to see what pages aren't indexed as well. We can also have a view of our sitemap and the removals. You can also improve your site speed by optimizing images using caching, minifying CSS or JavaScript files, or of course using WebP images. Another thing that you want to have as well is an XML sitemap, and that'll help search engines crawl your pages more efficiently. Now, it's not just Search Console that you can use as well. There is GTmetrix. GTmetrix is also another really good tool to use just to see the performance of your website. So all of these are going to help the site itself. I'll also show you another one, which is an SEO tool called Ubersuggest. So what I'm going to do here is just do a bit of a site audit on Profile Tree. Now, this should give me some results as well. So you can see here, our on-page SEO score is 94, which is great. We're getting some organic monthly traffic, organic keywords, backlinks, which is good, but we do have 534 issues, which needs looked at. So again, Perform regular site audits, use tools like SEMrush, Ahrefs, or Ubersuggest. I would also recommend to use Screaming Frog to catch and fix any technical issues before they impact your rankings. All right, while we're on this platform, another mistake is focusing only on keywords. So many businesses make the mistake of focusing too much on keywords without thinking about the overall user experience and content quality. Now, Google's algorithms have become much smarter, and now they focus on context and user intent rather than just matching keywords. So over-optimizing your content for specific keyword can lead to keyword stuffing, and that's exactly what you don't want. And that harms your rankings. Now, make sure that you focus on UX. Make sure your website is easy to navigate, loads quickly, and offers valuable content. And again, you can use the likes of Ubersuggest in order to see what you can do to speed up the website itself. Another thing that you want to avoid is creating clutter on your website. So make sure, again, it's easy to navigate and that all of the call to action buttons are easy to click on. You can also create content clusters around topics instead of focusing on a single keyword, and this allows you to cover a topic comprehensively, which Google will then reward. So with the use of Ubersuggest or any of those SEO tools and user intent, make sure that you balance keyword optimization and user intent and the overall content quality. It's not just about ranking for one keyword, it's about providing value to your audience. Now, another mistake that people do is ignoring backlinks. Now, ignoring backlinks is a mistake that can seriously hurt your rankings. So this is what we have here. So 111,000 at the minute. So backlinks are sites signals to Google. Now, Google then sees that and checks if your content is trustworthy and valuable. So without those backlinks, your website might struggle to rank for competitive keywords. Now, you can focus on earning high quality backlinks through guest blogging, influencer outreach, and creating shareable content. Make sure that you avoid the spam as well. You can actually check it over an SEO tool just to see the spam score. Of course, if the spam score is very high, then it's more likely an invaluable backlink. You can use tools like Ubersuggest, Ahrefs, or Moz to monitor your backlink profile and identify opportunities for improvement. Another thing that you want to do is avoid those low quality and spammy backlinks. Instead, focus on natural, relevant backlinks from authoritative sites in your industry. But guys, there you have it. That is pretty much the most common mistakes people make and how it can hurt your rankings. Now, if you found the video helpful, let us know in the comment section below. We'd like to know what you think. But other than that, I'll see you guys for the next video. Thank you very much for watching.